Okay, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how we have to focus on things externally to help us internally, especially in winter. So here goes. I've actually struggled since October, really struggled since sort of October 24 as longer nights come in and the shorter days and we're losing all that light and it's no good for anyone. You know, it's detrimental to your mental health, your physical capabilities, your creativity. You feel sluggish, lethargic. I certainly do anyway. And being mixed race, I'm like half Pakistani and half British, Scottish. Having that ethnicity, people who have got brown skin or dark skin, black skin, they need more vitamin D, right? So that's something that I started supplementing heavily this year and sort of looked into, is that everyone needs a vitamin D supplement, especially in the November onwards till about February, March, April. I've discovered that people from different backgrounds, ethnicities, coming from this country, from the UK, like coming from abroad and further away. So that's something you need to supplement, and it will improve your mood. It'll improve your energy. I completely stand by vitamin D. The next component of that is once you start getting your mental side better, and you start focusing on the external of, okay, I'm not feeling good. I can't do much right now. Well, I'm going to start working out. I'm going to start moving. I'm going to start moving my body. I'm going to start feeling good. I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm just going to work out at home. I'm going to walk, just try and get as much daylight as you can. And, you know, these little niggly things like really creep up on you, and you start to procrastinate. You start to go on all the apps, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and it's not for valuable social media is what I call like valuable videos. And I think a lot of people might think like that, is that a lot of value that you get from self-improvement, or you get from educating yourself, or you get from studying and developing yourself through the obsession and work of working on yourself and learning about a specific subject for like 12 weeks or longer. And we get distracted. The algorithms of the apps keep us locked into a kind of cycle. And before you know it, you've spent hours a day or 20, 30 minutes at a time, for example, just wasting that when you could have been reading a fiction book and enjoying yourself and engaging your brain and engaging another side of your brain, which will make you feel happier. You'll be more creative. You won't be relying on things that are outside of your control, and you'll be more at peace with yourself, and you'll be more motivated to go and meet people. Because that's the thing. In winter, we don't, like outside of Christmas, after that time, I certainly feel like, oh, I don't want to see anyone. And it's like, it's because you're not feeling good and you're not feeling motivated, and there's not a lot of sunlight and the weather's not been great. And certainly where I am in Scotland, it's been cold. It's been really cold. And now we're going through a spurt where it's like up to sort of 10, 12 degrees every day again out of nowhere. So it's very manageable. However, at the same time, we've got short days and you don't feel like doing that much. So certainly with vitamin D and exercise, you start to want to see people again. You start to want to see your friends more. You start to want to see your family more. You want to engage. You want to be social again. There is something to be said for, you know, hibernating. I mean, I've certainly done it, and I think there's certainly a lot of value in that, right? I just feel that sometimes at this time of year, we have to pull ourselves out of the abyss or the dark place that we're in. We have to look for something external. And that external thing can be working out, can be moving your body and vitamin D and looking after yourself and working on a project. And what's going to fire you up about this year? What's motivating you to move forward? You know, you hear people online and saying, oh, you just need more discipline. And it's nonsense, because the discipline is, yes, you can create systems to keep yourself accountable, to keep yourself disciplined, but it's got to come from motivation. Nothing comes unless someone is motivated internally to do something. You want to build a rocket to the moon, you're motivated to get to the moon. You want to make $1 million or £1 million a year, your brain's going to start to find ways. You've given it the specific job, the task to get $1 million or £1 million. So your brain will start working actively and in the background as well. And we'll start to look for things that you can do to earn more money, for example, get a better job, have a better work-life balance, whatever that means to you. And it's when we're motivated, when we're fired up. I want to make a change. I want to do this time of year. And it's around this sort of time, middle of January, usually. It's Quitter's Day or something like that. I believe it's something called Quitter's Day around 17th or 18th of January or something. It's like people have kind of given up on their resolutions. And this is why resolutions don't work, or aren't the best way of keeping you motivated. Take small steps, and it's just a part of your routine. You just build it into who you are and what you do. I run, I do push-ups, I play the guitar, for example. When you want it more, you just got to realize that at this time of year, we are enough as we are. You are enough. I am enough. We are all enough. And with that acceptance, and with that acceptance without the hustle and bustle of not accepting, of pushing and forcing. And once we start to give over to the process and give into the universe and give into this idea that we don't have all the answers, and that's okay. We are not 100% perfect. I haven't read all the books. I haven't done all the courses. I haven't learned everything about this one specific subject. It doesn't matter. We're figuring things out along the way. I've just started weightlifting again, and I haven't weightlifted for a while, like properly in the gym. I've got kettlebells at home. I've had an Achilles tendon injury last year where I ruptured my Achilles, and I'm still coming back from that. I'm still working on rehabbing that, and I've just recently started lifting weights again in the gym, and it's a strange experience because I've not done it for a while. I've been doing a lot of bodyweight calisthenics workouts, and it's fun, but I feel weak compared to what I've been doing, and I'm really happy with the progress that I'm making, but it's so small. Like I feel like I'm lifting such small weights, but again, it doesn't matter because it's about your muscles being turned on. Your muscle doesn't know that you're lifting 5 kilos or 10 kilos on a squat. It doesn't know that. It just knows that the muscles are being fired and they're being turned on. So as long as you're working in the correct form and getting the most out of that rep and the most out of that set and the most out of that exercise, that's all that really matters. I'm also been struggling as well in the winter with my job situation. I work a job outside of this. I'm certainly not, making a full-time income from this yet. The job that I'm working at the moment, they basically let me go, which has been fun. So I have to find another job right now. And so, yeah, got to get my income sorted out and that'll be fine because I've got several options available to me and I've had several job offers. So I'm not in a bad place, certainly, but it's been a bit much. It was my birthday last week and I was just trying to relax. And then there's all this and I've had the cough, which has been hanging around. And, I think there's been a big cough in the UK, certainly probably across Europe as well, I would think, but certainly in the UK. And it's like, hanging around for weeks and weeks on end and getting quite fed up and it's quite draining. But we've got to remain positive during these times. We've got to do the things that are going to push you forwards. I, not trying to brag, went and lifted weights, worked out, feel a lot better after. I'm being consistent this week. I'm doing 3 days a week lifting and then at home stretching and push-ups and squats and things as well, just to stay active on those days outside of the gym as well. I'm trying to get my steps in. But when we do all these things, it's like you've got to remember that, like, try to change everything all at once, like get back to lifting weights and read more and get to bed early and don't scroll on your phone in bed and, meditate daily and eat correctly and make sure you're hitting your protein 120 grams a day or whatever it is and like eat more vegetables and everything. And like all these things are great, right? But like trying to do it all at once is overwhelming. So it's just trying to build a habit and build something weekly. So, or for 2 or 3 weeks, because I believe that building a habit takes about 21 days or something. And it's ingrained after 21 days. So just try to do something, even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes, just try to do something for 21 days. And then it starts to become a habit. Your brain starts identifying that this is what you do. I run, I play basketball, I play the piano, I play the guitar, I create videos, I write 30 pages a day. If you're working on a book or you want to start writing or writing YouTube videos or whatever it is, or, you're studying, you're learning, you're reading, all these things, you just pick one and work on it for 3 weeks, 4 weeks even. Then add the next habit in whilst you're doing the previous one. So then you've got 2. So start reading 30 pages or 50 pages a day, right? You build that up and then you want to start walking 10,000 steps a day. So you start adding that in as well. And even if you can't hit it all at once, go for a 20-minute walk, a couple hours, go for another 20, 30-minute walk. You'll already be at 6,000 or 7,000 steps just by doing that probably. So it's about building these behaviors in to become part of who you are. It makes it much easier to execute and stick to what you're doing. So I've done really well. I've been at the gym twice this week. I'm going to be the 3rd time on Saturday coming. And then stretching and stuff outside of that. And that's all I'm aiming for right now. Just hit the gym 3 times a week. That's it. Okay. And yeah, I'm naturally starting to eat a bit better and higher protein and stuff after Christmas. The excess of Christmas, the gluttonous time where we eat sugar for breakfast and probably eat too much crap around that time. But also a lot of good food as well. But yeah, and through all that, you've got more power in you than you realize when your brain is working overtime and not giving you a break and telling you can't do things and telling you you're a failure and telling you that people think you're whatever, or people don't like you, or people are going to judge for putting this video up, or you're not going to get anywhere. It's about taking procrastination that we all can face is fear. It's fear born out of, will this work? Will I be good? What if I'm rubbish? It's a fear of maybe success as well. What if it all works out? What if I'm a huge, big, fat, stinking success? What if I make millions? What if I help people? What if I help myself? What if I finally realize my potential? So that procrastination can come out of different places. It can certainly come out of places that you wouldn't expect. And your brain is going to do these little things and play tricks on you. And it's important that you try and separate yourself from what your brain's doing. Remember, your brain is just trying to survive. Your brain is just trying to keep you in survival mode. It thinks if you put yourself out there, you're going to die, you're going to get hurt. And nothing could be further from the truth. Nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to give a shit. You put a video out or whatever you're doing, nobody's going to laugh at you, go to a dance class or whatever you do. None of these things are going to happen. But your brain tells you that you're in your comfort zone. And when you stay in your comfort zone, you get lethargic and you get fed up. And it's all these things that are associated with winter. Again, back to that dirty word. All these things that are associated with winter that you're not good enough and you won't be good enough and you won't create the life that you want and you won't get what you want and you won't get the partner that you want and you won't get the career, the dreams, whatever you're manifesting, visualizing and building. It'll happen, but you have to put the energy in, you have to put the time in, you have to put the studying and the reading and the learning, and it's an endless task. But it should also be an exciting task, because the you from yesterday or 6 months ago or 2 years ago is a different you to what you are today. You are better, or you should be better. Should the dirty word as well. But if you're learning and putting all those things in, you're going to grow as a person, you're going to grow as a leader, you're going to grow as an individual, as a mother, as a father, as a sister, as a brother, as a partner, as a co-worker, you're going to grow overall as a person, as a friend. So when you start investing in yourself, you're actually investing in others as well. You've got more time and energy to give to other people when you start looking after yourself and start caring for yourself and start giving to yourself. And that's the other thing with winter. It's about this downtime, this downtime to really put the work in. And put the work in now, you'll feel the benefits throughout the rest of the year, in spring, in summer, in autumn, in winter again. At the end of the year, you'll reap the benefits of the work that you're putting in now and how you're setting yourself up now for the future. And nothing is of greater importance, nothing is of greater urgency than taking the time to get what you want, to push for what you want, to develop yourself. Nothing is of greater importance than that.